Hello, everybody, and welcome back to COCSTV. For those that are uninitiated, it's Children of Change, Stop the Violence. I'm Marcus,
I'm Paul. Well, the last time I checked.
hmm and we're getting better. We're getting better every day. Today's episode, we're going to start out with Fed Up. What exactly we're fed up this week, and why is it really grinding our gears? If it's okay with you, Paul, is it okay if I can go first?
Yes, please do. I think you got some good stuff for people this week.
All right. So, this week, what I'm fed up about, as a country, the US of A, I'm not just touting our own horn, but compared to a lot of other countries in the world, we're one of the most richest countries. When I say richest, I mean abundant in resources that we're not really restricting, specifically food. In America, we have so many different types of food from different types of cultures. There's so many also different industries just specific to food. Water, the way that it's made, the type of materials it's made from, like there's a little there's a little everything like in every single thing with food. And it's so kind of overwhelming in a way. What really grinds my gears about us and our obsession with food is that we have so much of it, but we're it's like we're stingy with it. When I say stingy is how come most fast food restaurants, I would say Chipotle,
Yes,
McDonald's,
sir.
Burger King, Pollo, like I could go on and on and on. I mean, I'm just talking about the South Florida restaurants, but you guys kind of understand. These restaurants make an abundance of food. Most of the time, they make food and have it on standby. So when you or me or some other customer comes in, they can get it real quick. At the end of the day, most of these restaurants have a lot of leftover foods. Yes, there are some restaurants like Panera Bread or some other restaurants I can't really name off the top of my head, but like they'll donate their extra foods to food kitchens or they'll bring them out to homeless or maybe some of the employees will take it upon themselves to do it, which is I admire people like that. But we have so much food, but we have so many companies just be stingy with it. Either keep it to themselves, throw
Throw
it
it away.
away. Like it's 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 very
Wait, I have to interject. 2 seconds.
Mhm.
72 billion pounds of food go to waste every
Yeah,
year. Just add that to your numbers.
exactly. 72 billion pounds, you said.
Yes.
Like, as a country, we have a really big homeless issue. Homeless issue, not necessarily hunger, but there are people out there on the streets. There are people out there that are struggling financially, like physically, and there's so much food out there that can help. Either A, have these people like it'll either assist to prepare it, that way you're not necessarily giving it for free, they're actually working for it, or if you want to be more selfless, just give the people that are less fortunate some food so that way they can make it. And it gets me so frustrated and so fed up that it's not just a fast food industry but like just regular areas of employment, hotels, mental health facilities, hospitals, you name it, anywhere that has, prepares, or keeps food for their customers or their staff, more times than not, they'll either be stingy with it or they'll throw it away. I mean,
Uh, Here's
it's
another number for you.
mhm,
How's this sound? You're talking about people who throw away food. 40% of that number
mhm.
comes from our local grocery stores.
Yep, they'll throw it away instead of, for example, you have food still that's still technically good and you can still make into other dishes and they'll throw it away. They'll completely throw it away because either A, I mean, I see on the legal side, if it's past a certain point or past a certain date, they can't sell it anymore.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you have to throw it away. Like like I mentioned before, there are so many people out there that are going hungry every day. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much effort for us as like a society or just individuals to realize that, look at the food that we don't necessarily need and try to help those in need. Like it's so simple. It's so difficult for us to comprehend. But that's what I'm fed up about. What about you, Paul? What's grinding your gears? What you fed up about?
All right. Let's get this on the road. What I'm fed up about, bro, it's I seem to my favorite political character, good, bad, and otherwise, is our Governor DeSantis. The gentleman just signed into law last week a bill that says it's to ban CCRB. For those of you who don't know what that means, Civilian Complaint Review Board. This board has power to look at body cams, videos, anything that would, if there's a police shooting, if there's a police abuse, anything that has to do with the police, they have the rights to go in and demand, let me see these files, let me see these videos. And if they feel something was overlooked, they can bring it back to the district attorney to file charges against this police officer. Our governor said, fuck that. No, we don't think a civilian complaint board should have that much power. So what he did, he signed into a law that says this is no longer going to take place. We're going to have a review board with an oversight with at least minimum one police officer on board. So instead of having an oversight, it's going to be oversight because they're going to oversee and not see what's supposed to be. This board was put together in New York. I know more about it in New York. I didn't know Florida had one until I saw this bill come about. In New York City, I knew about it. I had friends that were on that board. I had new people that did a lot with them. And bro, it meant a lot because when there is a police shooting or there's abuse, you want to know I can go to someone, because me coming to a cop and saying, hey, this officer beat my ass, cop's gonna look at you like, my partner? No, the other cop. Oh, the guy I knew for 20 years. Oh, yeah, we'll look into it. And you know where that goes. So this whole thing with DeSantis signing this law into effect, bro, it's going to really, they built this so that we can have confidence and trust in our police department, knowing someone's going to hold them accountable. How can we now trust them if no one's holding them accountable? You know what I'm saying? Give me your opinion on this, Marcus. What do you think, man?
One, I wanted to also like include a little tidbit in regards to the board that they are going to make in like to replace the, I think it was called CCRB.
Yes.
So
Down
in addition to having a retired police officer on the board, those that are on the board also have to be appointed by that sheriff. That I believe that jurisdiction sheriff.
right.
So I feel like that's also extra scummy in a way because it's pretty much people in that department reviewing people in that department.
Exactly.
And yes, you're including one other retired police officer in there, but like, who doesn't? Who's to say that that retired police officer knows that sheriff or knows everybody within that department?
That police officer.
Yeah, it could be a police officer that retired literally like a month ago or 2 days ago. Or it doesn't say anything about limitations.
I got
on
one
bar.
better for you. What if that cop who's retired from the force, the gentleman's being brought up in charge? His father was his partner.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
his father worked alongside of him in that precinct or wherever he worked at.
There's too many areas that things could go wrong. And like, yes, there's been certain situations that people take advantage of the CCRB and really do make up some stories. But
Right.
like, just like what Paul said, just like what you said, it builds confidence in the police because you know if something happens, they're being held accountable. It lets you know that yes, I can go to a cop. Yes, I can really actually try and take a chance and really try to ask them to help, even if you're unsure about like if you like cops or whatever your opinions might be. It gives a lot more people more confidence that shit's gonna get done.
Right.
And I don't know, man. That really gets me really nervous, especially with all the police stuff.
I'm with you on that, brother. But as we say thank you for visiting us today, following us, we ask you to look us up, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. You're going to find us all either under COC, STV, which means, Marcus,
Children of Change, Stop the Violence.
or STV, SOC, Stop the Violence, Save Our Children. You can look us on any one of those platforms. So come find us. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks again.